Yo, what's up everyone? Welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'm going to be doing something a little bit special. If you didn't notice, we did hit 200 subscribers pretty recently, and I am really grateful for that. I never thought I'd ever hit anything above 100 subscribers, and we did hit that earlier this year. So I'm pretty glad that we got there. Thank you to everyone who still watches my videos. I don't know why you all put up with my videos and still watch them every now and then, leave comments and all that sort of cool stuff, but I just thought I'd do a bit of a 200 sub Q&A. I did put on my Instagram story and messaged a few people on Discord asking about questions, like possible questions for a Q&A video, and I'm just going to answer a couple of them. I might also answer a few of Viz Media's like Manga Q&A that they have up. So yeah, let's just see some of these questions. Alrighty, so the first question comes from ShadowBS, and they have asked me 4 questions, which is pretty cool. Their first question is, how long have you been watching anime and reading manga? So we're probably getting pretty close to about the 12 months since I started reading manga. I think my first video I made for this channel on manga came out in like January this year, but I did start reading in about this time last year. So yeah, we're about that sort of 12-month mark for manga. For anime, it'd easily be over 2 years though, because I was watching anime for a long time before I got into manga, because I did get into it through Yu-Gi-Oh! So yeah, and I've played Yu-Gi-Oh! For like 4 years or something like that, 3 or 4 years now. So yeah, pretty long time so far in my opinion, but I do know there's people that have been into this sort of stuff longer than I have. So yeah, on to the second question ShadowBS has asked me. What are my top 3 anime? That's probably a pretty easy question. My favourite anime is Haikyuu, as you should all know if you've watched my channel before. I praise Haikyuu to the highest degree. It is just my favourite anime, and I have no better words to say of it. It's just amazing. My second favourite anime though, that probably has to go to either Your Lie in April or probably Death Parade. I did quite like both of those, and I watched them both back to back, so I went from watching Death Parade to Your Lie in April. So kind of, yeah, but then you would be able to tell which one's at my third, because yeah, I got 2 of my second. So those 3 are probably my top 3 anime. Now on to the top 3 manga. So probably gonna have to say Haikyuu is my favorite manga as well, because it is the biggest series I've collected so far. I have 17 volumes of Haikyuu, and that's the most volumes of a series I have in my collection. I just love Haikyuu in general. It's my favorite series ever for anything. So yeah, that's my number 1. Number 2 spot, probably going to have to go to 20th Century Boys. I only own the first Perfect Edition, but I am so in love with that series. It's just amazing. Everything about it is just so cool. I like the premise, I like the story, I like the characters so far. I like all the mysteries and everything behind it. And then on my third spot, I'm probably going to have to put 2 there, because these 2 are probably pretty equal in my favourites, and that's Black Clover and The Promised Neverland. Those 2 series I really enjoy reading, and I always make sure that I pick up another volume in every haul, because they're just my 2 shonen series that I've stuck to, apart from Haikyuu, that just I want to keep reading and finish eventually. But yeah, those are my 3 favourite or 4 favourite manga. And then, who's my favourite anime villain? That's probably going to have to go to either Madara Uchiha, or probably let me think about that one. I mean, don't really have anyone other than Madara, so if I'm going to say a villain, I know Haikyuu doesn't have any villains, but like, probably like an antagonistic sort of team, like an opponent, would probably be like Shiratorizawa or something. But apart from that, Madara Uchiha is probably one of my favourite anime villains, like specifically a villain, because he's just really cool, and the fact that he was able to take down so many shinobi at once at the beginning of the ninja war in Shippuden, it's just ridiculous, and he's really powerful, and his character design is one of my favourites in the whole series. Also, Itachi Uchiha is probably up there as well. He's really cool. I like everything about Itachi, and And yeah, so that's all questions from ShadowBS. So now let's get on to the next questions. Alrighty, so my next question is coming in from Captain Manga. He's a legend, make sure you go subscribe to him. What do I prefer out of Haikyuu for the anime or the manga? And give reasons why. It's probably a strange opinion, but I do prefer the manga over the anime for Haikyuu. I feel like the manga is just the better, like, well-told version of the story. Like, I love Haruichi Furudate's way of explaining things and how the story flows with him, and how he's, like, written and drawn the illustrations to follow the writing. Not that the anime is bad or anything, but I just feel like sometimes, although there is amazing animation in Haikyuu, sometimes it can feel a little bit like they kind of, like, it's underwhelming sometimes, and it's like overhyped a little bit sometimes on the animation as well. I do quite like the openings and the way that the teams of, like, the voice actors and everything, but specifically if I'm looking at the dub anime for Haikyuu, I don't really like that. That's just not my cup of tea. I prefer the subbed over it. And just the anime adaptation doesn't feel as good as the manga, and I prefer the manga in general. It's just my favourite. But anyway, that's my answer to that question. So yeah, we'll just get on to the next one. Alrighty, so my third question is coming in from East Coast Manga. He's also amazing, go subscribe to him. But if I could own any 3 full series of manga for free, what would I pick up? I'd probably have to say 100% I'd want to pick up all of Naruto, like, just because that's a big series and I wanted to collect that for a long time, and that's really expensive to get because it's in the 3 box sets or like 72 volumes. So I'd probably pick that one up for free if I could. Then I'd probably pick up probably all of Monster, because I've heard that's a really good series, but I just feel like buying the perfect editions, like, I seem to drop off a lot, like, really quickly and easily with those sort of series. Like, see, I've got Vinland Saga, I've had the first 3 volumes for I don't know how long, and just the price tag makes it so hard to want to pick up more volumes, like just physical volumes. So I'd probably pick up Monster. And then apart from that, probably the 3rd series I'd pick up all of if I could get it for free. Probably have to say Attack on Titan or Fairy Tail. So I know Fairy Tail's not well liked, but I seem to like the first volume because I've read it digitally. Same with Attack on Titan. I do like both of the concepts of those series, and I'd like to see what those series are like as the manga adaptations, because I've watched the anime for them before. But I'd like to own both of those series, like, completely, to see what it's like and read it all. And I hear Attack on Titan is really close to ending and is really good in general, so I'd probably pick up those 2 series as well. So I know that's 4 series, but I can't really decide on Attack on Titan or Fairy Tail. So yeah, but that's my answer to that question. Hope that gave a clear answer, but whatever. Alrighty, so the next question comes from Darth Penn, who is an awesome dude. He's an awesome channel. Make sure you go check him out. His question is, if you were to write your own manga story, what type of genre would it be and why? So I'd probably go either an action adventure shonen, or probably like a horror or like murder mystery sort of seinen manga, because I actually do quite like those sort of storytelling where it's a bit darker and it's some big mystery, just sort of things like that. And it's kind of cool when I see like action panels or like really detailed panels in manga, so I quite like both of those sort of things. I do read a lot of action shonen, so if I could, I would write one pretty similar to like Black Clover or Naruto or something like that, just because I really enjoy that sort of genre. And I feel like if I could, actually, probably the art style I'd want is pretty detailed. Like, I'd want something like Vinland Saga if I was doing a seinen, or something like Black Clover's artwork, or Naruto's artwork if I was going to do a shonen, just because I think it looks really cool. So yeah, I know that's a pretty short answer, but hopefully that answers your question. And yeah, so I think we got like 2 more questions, so let's get to the next question. Alrighty, so the next question comes in from Stephen Reads Manga, or Steven Reads Manga, one of the 2. But the question is, when did you start, or why, when are you going to slow down on manga? So I started reading manga when, like, about 12 months ago, which I've said before in my first question I think it was. And I started reading manga because I was heavily into the Naruto anime at the time, and I was watching all these theory videos and stuff on it, and all these like conspiracy Naruto videos, or just story videos in general, like timelines and everything. And people always referred to the manga, and I didn't know what that was, and I ended up wanting to pick up the first 3-in-1, which I do have inside of this shelf right here. I picked this up. This was my first manga, technically, because it's the first thing I ordered, but I did also get the first volume of Boruto at the time as well. But I got into manga through Naruto, and just being curious about what the manga had more than the anime, because a lot of people say that the manga is better than the anime of Naruto. And I already am kind of slowing down on manga. It's not like I'm gonna ever quit manga, because I like reading it, and it's just a nice way for me to like just escape everything and go into a new world and relax for a bit and chill out, have a bit of fun reading some manga. But lately I have been a little bit burnt out, mainly because I've had other things to do and I've been really busy, and I just haven't had the time or energy to read any manga. So you could say I've already started to slow down, but I'm planning on keeping up with this hobby for a long time to come, and I'm going to keep making videos for as long as I can too. So yeah, that was that question answered, and I hope that answered your question. So yeah, let's get on to, I believe, the last question, if not second to last question, which, yeah, sounds like it'll be a good one. Alrighty, so this question comes in from, I believe it's pronounced like Malk8Ni, or something like that. I'm not sure how to pronounce your name, sorry, but I will answer your question. And this question is, what is one anime that you recently watched? So, recently, I've caught up with Haikyuu again, because I did let it go a little bit, so I had a few episodes to watch, so that I didn't have to start, because I don't actually have Crunchyroll Premium or anything, so I just watched the free episodes up until a point. So I've been waiting till I can get a little bit more to watch, so I don't have to just wait an extra week for everything. Apart from that, I've also been watching a bit of JoJo's, been trying to get caught up with that, so that I'm able to like keep up with it. And probably another one that I've been watching was Jujutsu Kaisen. I've watched the first 2 episodes, and same with God of High School. I plan on picking up Jujutsu Kaisen's manga soon, because that looks really awesome, and I'm pretty excited for that. Even though I did read the first few chapters and didn't enjoy them digitally, but generally I'm not a digital manga person, and it tends to put me off of it, so I'll probably try again by reading physical volumes eventually when I can get to it. And yeah, so hopefully that's your question answered. I think that's the last question, but yeah, apart from that, we'll just get to the outro. Alright guys, thank you all for watching this video. If you like this video, please like and subscribe button, turn on post notifications, leave a comment down below of any anime, manga, or video game recommendations you may have for me. This possibly could be a part 1 of 2 for like 200 sub special, because I might do a live stream or might do another Q&A or something, just so that I can include a few more of you guys, just in case you didn't get to ask a question or wanted to ask something. But yeah, so make sure if you're interested to leave questions down below. I might do a part 2, or I might just keep this up. Like I might do a Q&A Sunday or something every week. Just have a bit of fun with that, see how it goes. Yeah, so anyway, hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you had a good day, and peace.